I'm 5'10", I'm blonde, and I'm good looking. And if you're at the front and you can see me, well, tough. I'm actually only 4'7.5", but you see that half an inch, that's really important, isn't it, ladies? The reason it's really important is that I can go to the fun fair and go on the rides all by myself. Now I have to admit, this isn't my first time on stage, okay? I did audition for a part in Snow White, and unfortunately I didn't get it because they said they couldn't find 7 guys weirder than me. I was gutted, you know. So I'm one of the people who my friends and family describe me as a nugget magnet. And I'll explain to those who don't know what a nugget is. You walk into a crowded room and there's somebody that nobody wants to make eye contact with. You know them? They're the person with the duffel coat and the flip-flops, and they don't know if it's New York or New Year. Well, see if I'm in the room with you, you don't need to worry, because I can guarantee they will automatically gravitate towards me. I mean, that's how I met my last 2 ex-husbands. So, a prime example of this, my sister and I were in Glasgow and we missed the last train to Bellshill. Right, don't slag me for Bellshill, okay? We've got a motorway on either side so that we can escape quick. So, we missed the last train, I'm standing in Glasgow Street and there's a guy suddenly walks diagonally across the road towards me and I think, oh no, he's going to speak to me. I just know it. So he heads towards me, big grin on his face, and he says, I haven't killed anybody today. Now, had it not been 6 minutes past midnight, that would have been a good thing. So, I have to admit, right, I've met nuggets before and I thought, right, just keep it calm, keep smiling, this will be fine. In the meantime, I'm speaking to him, my sister's in the background on her mobile phone going, listen, we're in Glasgow, we're stuck. I know Jacqueline's talked to this nutter who says he hasn't murdered anybody today. You need to come and get us, I think we may be first. Just as that, the bus comes down Argyll Street and it says parkhead but I don't key, right? So I stick my hand out and the bus slows down. And my new friend looks at me, all excited, and says, is this yours? I said, aye. Well, that's great. So the door's open and I say, when you go first. He went, okay, thanks. So he jumps on. And I step back and let the door shut. The bus drives away. Thank goodness another one bites the dust. So, and do you know what, I wished I'd have took my car with me that night. You know, it's one of the nights where you think I really should have brought my motor. My motor's great. Then it's got one very careful lady owner, but it's got a boot that I can put like my wellies in, I can put my Iceland shopping bags in, and I can even put a gravestone. You might think that's a bit odd, but actually a few years ago, my mum's twin sister sadly passed away in London, and the family wanted her ashes scattered in my granny's grave in Lanarkshire. So they were trying to arrange this. My mum was in a panic, she didn't know where the gravestone was, it'd been that long since she'd been there. So I got the details and we went to see the plot area. So we're looking about for this gravestone. The place was quite vandalised and there was stuff lying about, and eventually I tripped over something. And I went, oh, is my granny's name Sarah? She went, uh-huh. I said, I think this is it. So she came over and she looked, and it's about the size of a paving slab, right? And she went, aye, that's it. But it was grotty, it hadn't been looked after properly, and the hinge was broke off it, and she was like, I'm affronted. I said, what? We can't have new people coming all the way to London and seeing this in that state. I'll need to tell them now to come. I said, you can't do that, this could have been my auntie's last wishes. You know, I said, listen, it's fine, we'll get somebody to clean it up. I'll speak to somebody. She went, can we not just take it? What do you mean, take it? We'll just take it. We'll take it with us. I mean, you can't take a gravestone. I can, it's fine. Okay then, okay. So, we brought the car back up to the area, and we got the gravestone in the boot of the car. And I'm driving back from Bed Cemetery and I'm thinking, see if I have an accident right now. What's my claim form going to look like? Who was in the car? My mum and me. What were the contents of the car? An Iceland shopping bag, my brolly, a gravestone. Anyway, we got back safely, and I went into the memorial shop and the wee guy's behind the counter. And I says to him, excuse me, do you clean gravestones? He said, what are they in? What cemetery's it in? It's not in a cemetery. He says, now where is it? I says, in the book of my motor. and I could see the colour sort of draining from him. And I went, listen, don't blame me, my mum made me do it. At that point, he looked even more worried. So we got into the car, and he looked and he went, is that your mum? And I went, aye. And he went, oh. And I thought, oh my God, he thinks I was speaking to dead people. So we got the boot opened, he took the gravestone in, and he takes my details. And I says, will I come back for it? He went, oh no, please don't. No. He says, we'll deliver it to Bent Cemetery and I'll phone you and you can make the payment over the phone. I don't think he wanted to see me again. Do you know what I mean? But obviously he wasn't a nugget. I'm Jax, you've been great, thanks very much.